What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here with a little application of right triangle trigonometry with my man T-Pain, who is standing 64 feet from the base of a tree. He then looks up at the top of the tree and observes an angle of elevation of 58 degrees. Now his eyes are 5.5 feet above the ground, so how tall is that tree? Perhaps he's going to cut this thing down, wants to make sure it's not going to hit his house. Got to know what the height of the tree is. All right, so let's draw a little picture here of this wonderful mathematical scenario that we're working with. So I got some ground here, yeah, and then how about a little tree trunk? Then we can add some foliage at the top of this tree. Beautiful. Now let's get T-Pain standing over here. He's 64 feet from the base of the tree, right? So that made this guy like 64 feet. Cool. And then he's observing an angle to the top of the tree of 58 degrees. That's from eye level. Okay, and when we're talking about observing an angle, that's off of level. So straight ahead 0, and then we go up 58 degrees. So we'd need like another line going like that. And this is 58 degrees right here. Okay. Now our goal is to figure out the total height of this tree. That's what we want to find out, right? I'm going to throw 3 question marks. Some crazy like that. So that's my overall goal. Now, how could we get there? Well, T-Pain's height, we said, was 5.5. Well, not his height, but to eye level was 5.5 feet. So let's jot that down. 5.5 feet. We got our 64 feet. We got our 58 degrees. Could I get a right triangle situation going on here within this tree and figure out what this height is right here of x? And if I get that height, couldn't I just add the 5.5 feet to that? That seems like a logical plan. I'm going to draw this blue triangle just off in its own little space here so we can label some things. So this is x. This we said is 64 feet. He's standing 64 feet. So this part's going to be 64 feet as well. And I know this is a 58 degree angle. Okay. Now, what can I do with this? Well, with respect to my 58 degrees of that angle, that 58 degree angle, x is my opposite side. And with respect to that 58 degree angle, the 64 is my adjacent side. The one that's across in the right angle, always my hypotenuse. But I'm not worried about that one here. I'm worried about my opposite, my adjacent. This is what I want. This is what I have. That's also what I have, the angle. So what trig function uses opposite and adjacent? That'd be tangent. So I can set up a function or an equation here with my tangent function. Tangent of 58 degrees equals my opposite, which is x, over my adjacent, which is 64. And now I can solve for x. I can just multiply by 64 to cancel out my denominator. Whatever I do to one side, got to do it to the other. And now in my calculator, I can just type in 64 times the tangent of 58. So let's do that. Let's figure out what it is. I'll pop my calculator up here. Okay. So what we would have here is 64 times 64, there we go, times tangent of 58. Now hopefully this calculator is in degree mode. I did not check. Okay. That seems a little outlandish, doesn't it? So we're going to hit mode right now. And if you arrow down, see how I'm in radian mode? Anytime these things power off, or you take, not power off, but if you took out the batteries, whatever, it defaults to radian mode, which is used in calculus and stuff like that. But in other aspects as well. We're in degrees right now because I gave you this angle in degrees. So I switched over to degree. I hit enter on it. Second quit will get me back to the home screen. And if I hit enter again, it will recalculate the 64 times the tangent of 58, which gives me 102. Definitely seems a little more logical there for the height of this particular tree. So that's 102.421. Now, am I done yet? I got to add in that 5.5 feet. So plus 5.5, hit enter. Final answer now of my height of my tree. We'll round, let's say, to the nearest decimal, one decimal place, 107.9 feet. That would be the height of that tree. It's beautiful, man. It's awesome. It's fantastic. There we go. We solved the crisis there of being in the wrong mode. So if that's you, if you're like, I got the 533 too, I don't know what's up. You're in the wrong mode. Hit mode, go to degree. Got to be in degree mode if our measurements are in degrees for our angles. Anyways, Hope that helps. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of time here with T-Pain. And by the way, if you haven't checked him out lately, that dude can sing, man. Not using auto-tune. He's doing a bunch of cool covers. I saw it on Instagram. It was pretty awesome to hear him singing those things. He's got a beautiful voice. A voice of an angel, if you will. So check that out. Got to plug the man, myth, the legend, T-Pain. All right. That's it. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you later.